All right, here is my Lexus 2001 Lexus LS 430, and I wanted to make a quick video just kind of giving an overall review of the car since I purchased it. I purchased it back in March of 2024 with a little bit over 102,000 miles on it. And since I bought the car, I did do some work to it. When I bought the car had some aftermarket wheels on it. So I went ahead and bought the original OEM stocks for it. Were not cheap. They were pretty expensive, I would say. And then on top of that, I had to buy new tires for it as well. Other than that, I did your basic maintenance on it. Changed the timing belt, water pump. I did put new spark plugs in it. I did change all the brakes and rotors front and back. I tinted the car as well. I didn't have no tints on it when I first got it, so I wanted to do that to protect the interior as much as I can. But the paint job on this car is what I'm most impressed about. This car is about 24 years old, and you wouldn't be able to tell by the paint job. The previous owner was an ex-co-worker of mine, great guy. I used to work with him for about 7 years, and he's the one that I bought the car from. When I first saw the car, when he had it about 7 years ago, I fell in love with the car. I've always loved these cars, but I when he had this one, I seen the way he took care of it. Whenever he brought it to work, he was always taking care of it, cleaning it, wiping it down before he started his shift. And it wasn't until about last year's when I was looking to get a new car, but I didn't want to get a new car with payments, so I wanted to buy something that was reliable and nice looking at the same time. So I was in the market for one of these, and I remembered that he had this one. So I gave him a call and I told him that if it was up for selling it, and we met up and we made a deal. And I got the car at a good price, at a reasonable price, I would say. I probably could have shopped around and got a newer one, maybe a post facelift, which I still want to this day. But what made me pull the trigger on this one was how well taken care of the exterior of the car was. And the interior was nice as well. He took very good care of it. I did give it like a little small detail. Cleaned the seats up. Armrest is in good shape. Interior here, all the wood grain is nice and shiny and smooth. I did put this knob. It did have another knob on it, which the leather was peeling, and I think it was actually a different knob to a different interior, because actually the wood grain on it was like a dark green wood grain. So I think whoever had this car before him had put that knob on there, but it didn't go to this car. So I went on Etsy, found one of these for $100, and this is made out of real wood too. So very nice. I did change the OEM stereo to an aftermarket one, which has Apple CarPlay and everything. And I was very skeptical about doing it, but what made me pull the trigger on it was, the original stereo system in here is very, very outdated, and the GPS system, it worked and everything, but in the middle of the screen actually had like a line going through it, kind of indicating that the screen was going to go out pretty soon. So I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on it and just put one of these on there, and I gotta say that was probably the best decision I could have made, because what it has now, the features of the Apple CarPlay and everything, it just makes it a lot more You know, a lot more convenient for sure. You know, but the interior is in great shape. You know, really can't complain for the year of the car. Leather's in really good shape. The steering wheel here, I did change it out. The original steering wheel that was on here, the wood grain was kind of changing color already. The color of the wood wasn't really matching. It was like, you can tell this, you know, by the sun hitting it over the years, kind of faded the wood grain, and it wasn't really matching. And right here, the leather was kind of like peeling away. I did try to restore it, but I wasn't happy with it. So, you know, this one I found online, and you know what, I was kind of skeptical about getting it because I wasn't sure if the wood grain was going to match, but it was actually a perfect match. So I'm very happy with this wood grain. I definitely, you know, would recommend if you could find one of these online, then I would get it. It gives the car a more updated feel, more sportier feel, and also the wood grain matches perfectly. So, you know, you could find one of those online. But let's take a look in the back seat really quick. Back seats, it's in really good shape as well. The seatbelts were really dirty. I had unhooked them, took the seat out, and a lot of people don't know is that I actually seen this on YouTube as well. Somebody had cleaned their seatbelts with a pressure washer, and I got one of those. So I actually, you know, took the seat out, the bottom seat out, unbolted the seatbelt, put a clamp on here that would hold the seatbelt out. Took the seatbelt out here and then pressure washed it. And I gotta say, man, these things came out brand new. These things were black. They were really dirty, and they look brand new now. So I'm very happy with that. Very pleased with that. The leather back here is in really good shape. You know, people probably didn't really even sit back here with the previous owners. We have the seat quality back here. Everything's in great shape. Go ahead and close this door. What I like most about this car is very quiet. Very quiet, very smooth. You know, so a lot of the things that I did to the car was, you know, put the original stock wheels back on it, bought new tires for it. I did the timing belt. I did the spark plugs. I did the brakes, the rotors. I put OEM windshield wipers back on it. The mass airflow sensor, there was a check engine light, and it happened to be the mass airflow sensor, so I changed that out. And I made sure to put all OEM parts on it too. So, you know, everything is all original Lexus parts, Toyota parts. The AC did not work when I bought the car. The AC did not work. It did not get cold. I took it to the mechanic. He told me the compressor and the condenser was no good, and when that had to be replaced. So that costed me a little small fortune as well to get done. So all in all, I probably put about $5 grand into the car since I've owned it. But it runs, it runs beautifully now. You know, it ran beautiful before, but with that maintenance that I've done to the car, putting new spark plugs, new brakes, new rotors, I mean, the car runs brand new. Car feels brand new. You know, it's probably the smoothest car I've ever driven and owned up until this point. You know, so anyone in the market for one of these cars, I highly recommend. These cars are just, you know, they're just bulletproof. You know, they're timeless. They're comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. You know, it's a V8 engine, so it's last of its dying breed. I don't even think Lexus even makes V8 engines anymore. Toyota. I am in the market for looking for a post facelift. You know, anything from an 04 to 06. I do want to get my hands on one, so I'm actively looking for one right now. But I'm very happy with this one right now. Definitely a keeper. I don't have plans on getting rid of it. You know, these cars will last forever. You know, so I actually bought the suspension as well, new struts, new new strut mounts, new coils, upper control arms. That's my next project I'm doing to the car. I bought all the parts. I just haven't had time to put them on yet. I mean, the suspension ride's good right now. Nothing wrong with it, but I just want to just put new parts on it just to have it, you know, in tip-top shape as much as I can. So, you know, make this car last another 20 years, 25 years. It'll easily last as long as you take care of it. My next plan is to change the transmission oil. I'm kind of scared about doing that because of you know, I'm not sure if the transmission oil has ever been changed on this car yet. It does have about 110,000 miles on it, you know, now. I've checked the oil. It looks reddish, so it doesn't look dirty or old. But you know, after 25 years, you know, they say after 100,000 miles, if you haven't changed the transmission oil, then probably you shouldn't change it. As long as the car's running good, don't mess with it, right? If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. And you know, but you know, I do feel that if I can change the transmission oil and nothing happens to the car, as far as the transmission, I feel like it'll, you know, service it in a way where, you know, going forward, you know, the car would be more, you know, I would say, you know, less chances of the transmission going out on you, you know, if I catch it now, if I service it now. So, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about changing the transmission oil. I'm not sure if I want to do it yet, but I am thinking about it. Not a flush. I definitely don't want to do a flush. If anything, I'm going to just drop it, you know, drop the oil that's in the pan and just fill it up, you know, fill it up. So I talked to my mechanic. He said it shouldn't be a big deal, but, you know, I've watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, especially the Car Care Nut channel. Shout out.